Speaker number 4 is a lifelong learner and has learned how to leverage personal development as a medium for self-evaluation. With her icebreakers who do not buzz her, living life through a state of flow, Toastmaster Amirica Nicholson.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Resilience, relaxation, and magnetism. Put a pinpoint in those 3 words because we want to ensure that we are going to find what their commonality is throughout this particular speech. So hi everyone, my name is Amirica, also known as Amir, and I'm going to share with you why I've chosen to live life through a state of flow. Now, what is flow state? Flow state is a psychological state where a person is fully immersed, energized, and focused on an activity, experiencing a sense of effortless involvement and deep enjoyment. It's a state where challenges and skills are perfectly balanced and time seems to disappear, and you feel unstoppable. Now, going back to the 3 words that I mentioned, resilience, relaxation, and magnetism. What do these 3 words have in common? These words can all be achieved through living within a state of flow. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges. Relaxation reflects the confidence and ease in our demeanor. And magnetism is the natural ability to attract and captivate others. Now, these traits aren't just desirable. They're hallmarks of living within a state of flow. They reflect a reality where we're not fighting life, but moving with it effortlessly. We have the ability to, in a sense, become like water and learn how to flow with life as opposed to fighting against it. And as a way of doing this, we naturally learn that if we will just relax and go with the flow, life will tend to work out in our favor. Now, I want to share with you my experiences with flow and why I have decided to live life from this particular state. So my first experience with flow happened in 2017. It was a time where I felt overwhelmed and I felt as if life was very chaotic. And as a result of experiencing these particular emotions, I just decided to surrender and essentially say, well, God, if you want to change the situation, you're going to have to do it because there's nothing else that I can do. And as a result, very interestingly, I would say maybe a few days later, I was on YouTube and I found this video that essentially talked about living life through a state of flow. And essentially what the video talked about is leveraging the art of meditation and relaxation to not to become emotionally detached from life. So it's not that you are not allowing yourself to go through the phases of life, but you're no longer allowing yourself to be emotionally attached to what's going on around you. Now, as a result of me looking at this video and basically deciphering, hey, I have nothing else to do, let me just follow what this video is saying and at least give it a try. So I meditated on a daily basis, day after day after day after day, and my life started to change. And what I found out from that particular experience is my life started to change because I decided to become my own center of focus. And as a result, I controlled my internal state. And my external reality started to change because I changed, not because I decided to change the things that were going on around me. Now, after that particular experience, and because I decided to leverage a state of flow, I decided to allow this to be the way that I would live life. Because ultimately, if I can indirectly control my circumstances through controlling my emotions, I figured that that was the best way to live life. Now, because we're human, we tend to forget the things that we experience. So we tend to forget the challenges that we've experienced when we have encountered highs, and as a result, that is what happened as well. So I forgot about flow after a few years, and guess what? 2020 happened, the pandemic, and life just seemed again chaotic, and it seemed as if it was overwhelming. Now, I mentioned those two emotions before earlier because those emotions are attached to a state of a negative feeling. So, as a result, I decided to go back to what I knew, which was living life through a state of flow. So I meditated on a daily basis, and essentially allow me to explain what happens when you meditate. So through meditation, I was able to, again, calm my emotions down and essentially regulate my central nervous system. So once I learned how to regulate my central nervous system on a consistent basis, again, I reached a state of emotional stability. So once I reached a state of emotional stability, I was then able to, again, become emotionally detached from my reality. So in 2020, while the world was shutting down and no one knew what this mysterious illness was that was circling around the world, I still maintained a central locus of control. So as a result, I didn't necessarily experience the things that other individuals were experiencing emotionally because I decided to focus on what I could control. This is also known as living life from a state of taking personal responsibility as opposed to living in a state of victim consciousness. Now, because I decided to take personal control of what I could actually control, again, my life started to change. I started to attract different opportunities out of the blue. I started to attract different opportunities to work from home so that I would no longer be submerged in that particular environment, which was a huge blessing to me. So ultimately, these particular two experiences with living within a state of flow that happened in 2017 and 2020 allowed me to realize that the only thing that I really can control is me. I can't control the circumstances outside of me. I can't control the people that are around me. But as long as I control my emotional state and how I am responding, I can know that in the end, it will eventually work out. So, living in flow state today. Now, I've made a commitment to reside within flow state, embodying resilience, relaxation, and magnetism as a way of life. It's a choice to align my actions with purpose, maintain confidence and ease, and allow my natural energy to attract the people and opportunities that are meant for me. Now, why does this matter, and how does this connect to Toastmasters? Essentially, this connects to Toastmasters because if I can combine living life within a state of flow and elevate the way that I communicate, ultimately, those are the two things that are relevant that will allow you to elevate in life. When you're able to communicate effectively, you're essentially able to present yourself in a way that showcases who you are, and you can actually create your reality through the way that you communicate. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to invite you to think about what you can achieve through living life from within a state of flow. Thank you.